Do you? Do you actually suck at manifesting, or are you really good at manifesting what you don't want? How many of you heard somewhere along the way, you create your own reality? And for how many of you was that like awesome, exciting? And was there another part? There was for me of like, oh man, that sucks because I don't love everything that I'm creating. Here's the thing, y'all. This is the biggest mess up I see in the world of personal development, spiritual development, new age, right? The communities where people got the idea, they've seen The Secret, whatever it is, got the idea, can do that, can create that. Anything is possible. It is. It really is. Why doesn't it work then the way you want? Some of the time, but some of the time it does. Here's the thing. Give the mouse the mic. What does that mean? Right? Self-creation, creation in the world, manifestation, self-mastery, 3 components. Super simple. 1, awareness, right? Actually being aware of what our thoughts are, what our words are, how we're moving our energy, right? I'm on the complaint-free challenge. I got my bracelet. Being aware of my complaints, being aware of who I hang out with, right? So awareness is key. Without that, we're just blindly moving through life. What about number 2 component of self-mastery? It is, no, let's go to number 3. Number 3 component, you know this one, that is create, generate, visualize, speak it out, speak it in. All of that stuff is cool, useful. It's one of the 3 keys. It's the number 3. But here is the problem. You ready? So many people miss out on the second key. And without the second key, the third one is impotent, worthless, really. Actually makes things worse. What about affirmations? Do you use them? Do they work? Are they good? Research shows really clearly affirmations often not only don't work, they make things worse. So what's the number 2 key of the 3 keys to self-mastery, to creating, to manifesting? Release, liberation, right? Forgiveness. Because without that, we can design, create, imagine, speak, visualize, write it all out until we are blue in the face. We can build, as Thoreau said, castles in the sand. Yes, cool, good, and castles in the air, Thoreau said. If you've built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That's where they should be. Build them. Right. Now, what's the other part of what Thoreau said? Put the foundation under them, right? Because unless we do that second key step, liberation, release, right? Forgiveness, unless we do that, there's nothing solid. We're building amazing castles, but on a foundation of quicksand, they fall into the ground. So here's the way I put it for myself and the way I work with clients. Give the mouse the mic means this. You know how it goes. Right? Maybe you use an affirmation, right? My mentor, Steve Hardison, says affirmations can be putting frosting on poop, because we say the thing, I am wealthy, I am sexy, people love me, right? We can say that, and then just beside us, just after we say it, then a little voice goes, you are not, right? You're lazy, you're weak, you're poor, whatever it is. That's what I call the mouse. And what do we typically do? What have we learned to do when we're in our creation zone and we're saying, what do we want in the world? And then the mouse speaks up. I go like this because maybe it's like it's right over there in the corner. Right? I'm over here and I'm focusing on this and I'm seeing my dreams. And then the mouse goes, you're not going to work. Right? What I learned When the mouse does something like that, I take my shoe off and I throw it at the mouse and you get out of here. Okay. Except what does the mouse do? Comes back, right? Really quietly. Maybe when we're not looking, when we're paying attention to something else, and we're out looking for the manifestation to occur, and it goes, "You suck. You're no good." So, give the mouse the mic means sometimes the wisest thing is to say, "All right, man, come on up here. I built a little stage for you on top of my desk. Right? This is my creation zone. I'm journaling, I'm visualizing, I'm creating my goals for the next year. And I know, I hear you. You're over there and you're telling me I'm not worth anything. It's not going to happen. So come on up. Right? Here's the little stage I built for you. Here's the little microphone. You've got my attention. Tell me everything. Right? What do you want to say? And the way we work with this, we either speak or write all the negative stuff, the judgments, the self-recriminations, right? And sometimes we dig to find that. Give the mouse the mic. What have you got to say? You suck. Okay, how do I suck? Right? And maybe I will speak out. I am lazy, tired, weak. I'm afraid. I'm fat. I'm a loser. And and I just like go on like any of these thoughts. I've had them, all of those thoughts, right? Some of them for years, over and over again. Some years ago, when I first discovered Byron Katie's work, it was 1996. Byron Katie, The Work. If you don't know it, thework.org. Amazing. Check out her dialogues on YouTube. Byron Katie, Katie. Byron Katie's work is phenomenal. I got to sit on stage with her. Right when I worked at Omega Institute, I got up on stage with her and we had a dialogue and we talked about my fat body and my judgments about it. And she helped me to see how painful of a story I was living out and creating over and over in my mind. And it was helpful. It did not get me where I needed to go, though, because at that point in my life, I only understood it in my head. Right? I understood that it was a stupid story, that it was a painful story. I understood it in my head. However, I hadn't yet learned how to bring it into my heart and into my body. Deep forgiveness. I didn't learn how to coax the mouse to speak and for me to speak out and or write out my judgments and then use a process to actually forgive, to feel that forgiveness, to forgive myself for judging myself so ruthlessly, so harshly. And when I did, and when I do, because it's ongoing, yeah, there's a threshold. Like, really get this, like, whoa, okay, I gotta go deep. And why don't we do it? Why do we tell the mouse to go away? Because it hurts. I don't want to admit that. Don't want to look at that. The mouse says I suck. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. So, 3 keys to self-mastery, to creation in the world. 1, awareness. That's obvious. Number 3, generate, imagine, visualize, write out, create goals. Know it's possible. Speak it into existence. Yeah. Number 2, though, release, forgiveness, letting it go, healing that self-judgment, right? Releasing those hurtful thoughts and feelings, giving the mouse the mic. All right, I hope that's useful. If you would like more on this, let me know. Let's have a conversation, right? Because knowing how important it is, that's huge. Knowing how to do it and actually doing it in a way that's effective, that goes beyond the head, deeper into the heart and the body, that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where we get good at manifesting and creating. And if you're interested in that, comment, send me a direct message. I'd love to connect with you. All right. Thanks, y'all. Aloha. And I love that you're here. I love you for tuning in.